Morning, guys. So as of recent, got Saitama. So this is me doing the ultimate run on Light of the God. But the whole point of this video isn't that. I recently thought about something that I failed to do to support the community. Was talk about my gears. My gears being that of what you could see: True Valhyant, Scissor Blade, all that kind of stuff. Now, with that said, I'm be talking about today. So, what are my gear setups usually for my teams? Well, for one, my gears are reliant completely on stats. Or should I say, the buffs. Depending upon what enemy I'm fighting, that's the weapon I will use, or weapon I will be using to try to defeat the boss. So, let's just go with, Marzexier. Marzexier is a boss, right? So what gear would be good for fighting him? Firstly, big boss killing gear would be perfect for this kind of battle. Why? Because one, he is considered a big boss as superior of S's skill here. Or passive, where she reduces boss's break by half. Now with that said, do most bosses have correction, do most gears always change the tide of battle? So, yes, they do. I have to openly admit that, because firstly and lastly, most gears will change the tide of battle at times and at crucial points in the game. Oh, my bad, I was actually supposed to... It seems I miscalculated. Sorry about that, guys. I was so focused on playing the video that I was not paying attention to the fact that he was gonna nick me. How beautiful. Okay, we'll play that. Oh, come on, really? I'm so glad that worked. Oh, anyways, back to what I was saying about about my gears. As you see, Peacemaker Negahado actually increases cool time. Most of my gears focus around cool time, arts, and cool time, skill cool time, arts, and offensive damage. So why do I focus on these three things? Firstly is because I need a team that would always be able to attack in an instant. Secondly, always having the ability to have your art ready at any time and moment, just in case of an emergency. You gotta have it there. And lastly, because it's the best way and most efficient way to deal damage towards the boss without having to have issues. Now, last time I played, I tried to attack a bird with that boss that was killing birds with units that were all mostly human. Now, I want to remind you guys, it is impeccable that you understand. What am I saying? Impeccable. What am I? An idiot? Sorry. Let me get my thoughts back together. Alright. So, why did I use a human team on a human killing boss? Firstly, it is because I need a team that can add resistances. Now, the boss paralyzes your whole team if you don't have any gear that prevents paralyzation. Now, the only gear you could actually surmise that would work for that kind of situation and work for your team would be actually down here. It is either True Rise or something of the sort of True Rise. This was the gear that we gotten recently. Here it is, Sacred Crown Rise. Now, between Sacred Crown Rise and True Rise, both of them have completely evades. So evasion towards poison, paralyzes, all that stuff. But these are probably the only two gears that we have that would probably evade the boss's paralyzation debuff. Mind you, the paralyzation debuff constantly keeps happening, no matter how you try to fight against it. So you're trying to fight a boss that paralyzes your team between mid-battle and during the whole thing, whereas your gears will not recover within that time period. So you're trying to fight a boss with that kind of gear setup? Not happening. That's why I chose to use a human, because Hero Cape here actually has an interesting perk, and speaking of which, I failed to enhance it. I failed to enhance most of these Hero Capes I have. And most of them are already max limit broken. Look at this. Two of them are max limit broken. I haven't upgraded them. Now, with that said, like I said, Hero Cape is one of the good types of gears that you would love to have on your team. For one, completely avoids paralyze and freeze effects. So, why is that handy? Mainly because if your team can avoid the two most annoying debuffs in game, then you would have like no problem at all trying to win the game. That's what makes me that's what makes me happy about the Hero Cape. So like I said, most of my gears completely rely on both just how it works. Like I just told you about Hero Cape, this is what I really want to focus on, something like this. This is why most of the gears that I have that, with the limit breaking being around already almost right at max, this means this gear is really important and I need it in battle. But due to the fact that this boss, as I've said before, really kind of knocks me off my feet and makes my gears seem impossible to use. And with the fact that it has a human killer, on top of that, it makes it even more difficult because my team has a human in it due to the fact of having to use Hero Cape. So, what am I going to do about it? Oh, and as of recent, I also got these gears. Really? Ganon's Wooden Sandals actually reduces all allies' damage by 11%. I think that reduces all damage received by 10%. And reduces for a fire damage by 25%. Wow, that's actually, I forgot to mention this. I did a summon on the new banner that we received as of yesterday, and I pulled out all different gears. I did not draw all the same gear. As you can see, I got Iris's bikini. Now, Iris's bikini is actually probably going to be the best equipment in game against dark elemental types. Oh jeez, I really gotta go farming on light material here. As you can see, my light is almost out. But either way, not the point. Not the point of our conversation. So, like I said, my gears focus all around what I need. Actually, to be honest, if you guys ever get Iris's Bikini, this would be actually one of the perfect gears to have against the boss from one of the current newest events. That's the Light Elemental boss. Give me a moment so I can go to it and give you little guys a little view of what I'm talking about. And most gears are actually constant. Actually, I'm going to continue the conversation when I show you this. So for this one, this boss is a Dark Elemental, so this would be perfect for Iris's Bikini. With that being said, there are also gears that there are gears that we recently also got on top of that came from the bundle, or from the new summertime. Reyes' Summer Pants, which reduces light resistance by 30%. Now, I'm gonna openly admit, if you have gears that actually does this, it would make it even more powerful than of most of your other gears. So, how am I gonna say this? Okay, so you're fighting a Dark Elemental boss, and you throw in a light team. Like, remember that mission I showed you? This is a perfect example of where that Reyes' Summer Pants would come in perfect play. Because it reduces the boss's resistance. Actually, correction, this boss has no resistance. And increases the amount of damage you do against the boss, because your team is Light Elemental. Now, with that being said, there are other gears I also acquired from the event that would make a good combat. Most of the gears that you actually see, guys, you could just read them up and see if you want to determine yourself what to use them for. Like this, Lisa's Secret Advice. Adventure. I'm gonna open it. It's a bikini. It's a strap-on bikini. I cannot imagine ladies wearing a bikini though. I gotta openly admit that. I don't know why, I just can't. Sorry guys, I really can't. I'm just confused here. That's how I got a bikini in the first place. But either way, it comes in handy because it actually is probably the most powerful gear for adding in paralyzation effect. Mind you, there's a bow that does the same thing, except bikini does more damage. Ironic. But either way, guys, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this little summarization of how I play and how how I view everything. Like I said, with everything in mind, I always try to do my best in trying to explain everything I do. Mind you, I have been missing out the detail of telling you guys about why my gear setup is the way it is. So this brings this video to an end, and I hope you guys have a great day.